Have you ever realized that one skill, just one skill, can actually sabotage your life? I know it sounds really dramatic, but let me ask you a question. What happens when the person that you've been relying on doesn't show up? What happens if that one skill stopped working and for whatever reason it just stopped working? What happens when life demands more from you than you are equipped for? Like, most people don't want to talk about this. Most people think, you know what? I'm good at this one particular thing. That should be enough for me. But thinking like that can destroy your destiny, your momentum, and can actually delay your purpose. Today, I'm going to tell you about my story and just a little bit about me. And by the end of it, you know exactly why destiny actually requires multiple skills, not just one. About 2 years ago, I had zero skills of what content creation is, right? None. Not video editing, not storytelling, not marketing, not nothing. I didn't have much understanding at all. And so when I wanted to start different things, I had to learn how to do it. And listen, I wish I could tell you that I had like thousands of dollars to just spend on a videographer, video editor, social media manager and all of that. But you know what? Your girl ain't got no money like that. Nobody got money like that unless you are, pretty well off, because it's quite an expensive expenses. So sometimes like life forces you in a corner, not because God hates you, but because he wants to unlock certain skills in you. So I did what most people don't want to do, which I'm the same. I don't want to do that. I learned how to edit. Oh my goodness. Every time it just drives me nuts. However, I had to learn how to edit. The first time I did it, I feel like I was chewing on sand. I learned how to record videos efficiently, or try my best anyways efficiently. I've improved from the first time I did it. I remember that nightmare trying to record even just a second of video, or to even get comfortable here and just share this story how I'm sharing with you guys. How to create thumbnails. What are thumbnails? Why did we have to create them? Like uploading and in different platform, like what does that even mean? Learning how to tell stories and how stories are actually very, very powerful. I learned how to package my message, and I'm still learning even now as I'm doing this particular video. And guess what? That one decision really changed everything about me. So pause and think, right? What is one skill that you've kind of been scared of or wanting to avoid because you're convinced I'm not good at it, right? If I learn, it's going to take me 30 years to learn it. But your destiny, but your destiny depends on it. What's that one skill? Here's the hard truth. People love to say, I am waiting for help, which I surely was doing that. I was like, yeah, I'm going to wait. Maybe there'll be someone that'll feel sorry for me and they'll help me around and all of that. And also and then there's someone, I'm waiting for someone to teach me. I was definitely in that category also. But, and then this one really got me. I'm waiting to be ready. Which is like, sometimes you're not ready until you're actually doing that thing. Having faith that whatever vision that God has given you, or whatever vision that you have, that it will actually become something, so that sometimes you feel ready. But sometimes here's the truth. By the time that helps would have came around for me, example, you may have lost the momentum, which I may have lost the momentum And then maybe I'll start, all over again. You know how we'll be saying sometimes, oh, yeah, I'll wait for another year. Next year, definitely I'm going to plan on doing blah, blah, blah. Then next year come and you're still there. Yeah, exactly. So that momentum, like sometimes there's that feeling, there's a feeling you're like, I got to do this. I got to do this. When that motivation or that feeling comes, you do that thing now, because there's not going to be another time. It's going to take another time for you to feel that way again. So it's good to keep that momentum. Life can really move quite quickly, and opportunities will not wait for you to kind of feel that motivation or that goosebump wait. Maybe that time where you're feeling that nudge in your spirit or nudge in your heart was the perfect time, because then at that particular moment, maybe there was going to be somebody that's going to help you along the journey. Do you know what I mean? So let me ask you a question. How many opportunities do you think you've actually passed because you didn't want to learn that one particular skill? I can tell you so much the opportunities that I've passed because I'm like, I don't want to. There was a time in when I was at uni and stuff like that, and I almost passed an opportunity because there's this one particular thing I didn't want to do and I hated it. I just did it because I just did what I got to do. Research, right? And I don't mean research, I'm talking about academics research. That ended up being one of my first jobs out of school, and all because I actually changed my mind about it and I was able to be around certain people and blah blah blah. But yeah, so there are sometimes when we miss opportunities because of that, and sometimes there are certain doors that stay closed because of that. Like example I'm giving you, there are certain doors that get closed and we don't want to do that because we have a purpose. We feel crap about ourselves when we can't get to that. This is the danger of being good at one thing alone. You become dependent, you become limited, you become stagnant, and your destiny is too far and too big for that. We live in a world where, the internet can help us, So here's the solution to this particular thing. Now, we can look up so many workshops, free tutorials, free courses, free YouTube lessons, and free podcasts. So let's not say this thing. Don't say, I really don't know. Your answer has to change and your mind has to be refrained. Let me find out. Because in 2025 and beyond, the people who win are not the ones who just have talent. Talent is not enough. Destiny requires multiple skills. Skill stacking, meaning learn one thing, master another, add one more, build variations of it, build flexibility, build sustainability. This is how you stay unshakable as a person who is destiny. Now, whatever you do, don't lose momentum in that, because don't stop because you feel uncomfortable, you feel some sort of way. Don't pause because you don't know everything. All you need to do is just stack it one at a time, and then you are able to get that skill to be able to help you. Like so far, there are so many things that I learned recently. I went to Kenya and I did digital training of a few things and how to content creation, all of that. And I was helping certain churches and whatnot. I didn't realize how much I actually had learned, that a lot of people didn't have those skills or that knowledge and stuff. So I was able to share that, and it was very interesting because I'm like, I didn't know I learned this much, And so you start with what you love or something that's connected to what you love. Example, I wanted to do YouTube. I wanted to share my life experience and certain skills, and so one of the things that I needed to do was to learn how to video edit, how to record, how to do all sorts of things like that. And so because it's connected, I was able to do it. Learn what you need like at the time, and then you just build those skills as you go. You grow into everything that you are becoming, right? And remember this, your destiny is too important to literally depend on one skill, because multi-skilled become versatile, become unstoppable, right? Become unstoppable. If this message spoke to you, comment below. I am building multiple skills. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share it with a friend who might enjoy hearing about all of this.